happened, the facts, and then I can give you my perspective, my opinion from what I know from the facts. And that's all I do. I'll give you the facts so you can make your own information with the facts alone. But I give also my perspective because I'm human. I got an opinion. I give that as well, but only from the facts. So I give you facts and then I give my perspective. How did Trump get elected? Trump is he's a monster, you know. So how did this monster get elected? Trump is a reality TV host. You know, that's what he does. He's not a politician. He's not somebody that participates and typically participates in politics, or you know, he's a billionaire. Trump don't really care about nobody but himself. So how did the man that we know only cares about Trump get elected as president, where he's supposed to represent the entire nation? Hillary Clinton before the 2016 election, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, they behind the scenes were encouraging Trump to win. Remember this now. Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton, the Democrats, were encouraging Trump to win in 2016. They were promoting Trump. They were calling Trump up. The Clintons, yes, they were calling Trump up and telling Trump to run for office. Trump was on The Apprentice. The Clintons called Trump and had him run for president. Why? Because they needed somebody the Americans seen as horrible, selfish, and a monstrosity, so Hillary Clinton would have a chance because nobody likes this bitch. So, and then how do we get Trump? Bernie ran in 2020 for 2020, and now we got Biden. How did that happen? Because Obama, your precious black president Obama, called behind the scenes, made some phone calls, and had everybody drop out so we could kill Bernie. Obama killed Bernie. Obama shot Bernie. Obama shot Bernie and killed Bernie's chance. Obama stopped you from getting a $15 minimum wage. Obama stopped you from getting some of your credit card debt, your student debt completely erased, which is what Bernie was trying to do. Obama put the bullet in getting everybody a federal job guarantee. Obama shot the bullet to Bernie, stopping universal child care, where you don't have to pay for child care anymore. Obama stopped all these things. Obama shot Bernie. So we're supposed to be mad at Trump, who didn't even want to be in office. Trump liked publicity for his TV show. That's all he wanted. He just wanted people talking about him and his TV show. The Clintons asked Trump to run for office. And Obama, when Bernie tried to get Trump out of office by running in 2020, Obama, your black president, killed Bernie behind the scenes. He stopped you from getting a living wage. Not Trump. Not Trump. The Democrats are your enemy, along with the Republicans. Trump is not a Republican. Trump has no real ideology. Trump is all about me, 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 me. That's it. Trump sells his name to make money. So why is everybody trying to make it like Trump, who's a bad guy? Why are we trying to make it like Trump is just this unique evil? Trump is not uniquely evil. He is as American as apple pie. I recognize people like Donald Trump. I've seen them all over America. We're not going to make Trump unique. He is as American as apple pie. Just like the blacks, just like MLK. The best of us is as American as apple pie. The Clintons got Trump elected. The Clintons called Trump and had him run. And when she couldn't beat him, now Trump is now he's a Russian plant. But what you don't know is that Hillary Clinton was using the Russians. The Hillary Clintons used the Russians. Joe Biden's son, the crackhead Hunter Biden, received over $3 million from the richest woman in Russia. So, Trump is horrible. Of course, he's ignorant, he's dumb, he's a racist. But so is Biden. Biden is also a documented racist. Biden's policies has affected black people negatively more than anything Trump could ever come up with. He's incompetent. He wouldn't even know how to create a mass incarceration system like Biden has done in America. So, yes, Trump is bad, but what you gonna put? You gonna put in a competent white supremacist in office? Trump is an incompetent white supremacist. That's why he can't get none of his shit accomplished. Biden is a competent white supremacist. So which do you prefer? Do you prefer a dumbass white supremacist that don't know how to get shit done, Trump? Or do you prefer a competent, a smart racist that knows how to go under the scale, not bring up too much pressure? He knows how to do it in the smart way. So which one is better? The dumb white supremacist or the smart white supremacist that can get shit done, that's gonna work with Democrats and work with Republicans, because they all have the same policies. I'm so sick of seeing people all Trump. Hillary Clinton made Trump president. Her and her husband had him run. He's a reality TV show host that only wanted publicity for his show. He's dumb. We can see that. Biden is he's the real threat. He's the real threat. Just like Obama was the real threat. Obama came in here and dropped more motherfucking bombs on people of color than goddamn George Bush. That nigga did that shit. So the ignorance is just overwhelming. It's overwhelming. Both parties are one. The people who give their money to the Democrats, guess what? They're the same people that give their money to the Republicans, and they give Republicans more. They pay Democrats to be weak, and they pay Republicans to run through that motherfucker with everything, whether you gotta lie, steal, cheat, and that's I have respect for Republicans on that point. Because if I want Medicare for all, I don't give a fuck if I have to tell people about Obama. I don't give a fuck what I have to do. I'm gonna try to get that $15 minimum wage for people, and I'm gonna try to get free healthcare for people. There was a Canadian that commented on one of my posts on Twitter saying, asking me what's a deductible, what's a copay, what's a premium. People don't even know about the goddamn fees and bullshit that we put up with. Healthcare should be free. In every other civilized industrial nation, especially those that consider themselves first world countries, nobody goes bankrupt about getting sick. Nobody. So don't keep saying Trump is a monster, because when you say Trump is a monster, you also need to say that the Democrats are bigger monsters. Republicans are. This is the perspective. Republicans are horrible. They do what the elites want them to do, no matter what, lie, cheat, or steal. And they're incompetent. They're horrible. But the Democrats are worse when it comes to policy, because they get what everybody knows. We supposed to hate Republicans. We know they're only for the rich, but the Democrats are under this veil, and so they're able to get shit done because people don't see them as doing harm. The mass incarceration created by Democrats. I cannot, in good conscience, vote for Biden, who cable news is calling the lesser evil, not for black people. If you are a student, if you went to college and got student debt, or if you're a black person in America, or if you got high-ass interest rates from payday loans, all this other bullshit, Biden is more of a threat to you than any other. And that's just the truth. Billy Wings say everybody want to pick a side, and that's it. But you're not really picking a side. So if I say I'm team blue and the other team is team red, but they all they all do the same policies. You're not picking a team. The ideology is the same. It's the same. And so you need to understand that Hillary Clinton put Trump in office. They called this man up and told him to run. So they don't think he's a monster. They don't think he's this horrible racist. They encouraged him to run. And Hillary Clinton was shocked when she got her ass beat. Hillary Clinton could have had my vote. All I wanted was her signature to legalize weed. Something. Give us something. Just like Joe Biden can't get my vote because he won't even give me something. Legalize weed and I'll tell people to vote for you, but I can't vote for you for nothing. Black people have been doing that too much. Black people have been Democratic for decade after decade after decade, and in 30 years, we're about to be worth motherfucking zero in a country all about the dollar. So if you're saying vote Biden, fuck you, because you're probably an ignorant ass motherfucker, and you don't believe that, let's come on live, and I can make it real clear for everybody. Let's embarrass your ass in public. If you want to make public statements about a segregationist being the best for our country, come on live so I can inform you. You're ignorant if you think Biden is the answer. Neither one. We need a new party because both of these parties are corporations. The Democrats recently were in court saying, well, our charter says, it's supposed to be a fair election. We're not supposed to cheat. But those is just the charter. We're a corporation. We can go in the back. And these are quoted words. They can go in a smoke-filled room in the back and pick who they wanted to be the president, the Democratic nominee. Those are Democrats saying, we don't give a fuck about your fucking vote. We don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck about y'all dying. Nancy Pelosi is the House Speaker, and she hasn't even allowed Medicare for All to come to a vote on the floor. She ain't even put that bill up to be voted on, whether people voted down or not. This bitch ain't even. So what's the problem? We just had AOC and Bernie. Where are they? Where are they? 100 million people don't vote. 80% of the country live in check to check. Biden is not going to change that. Half of black people right now are unemployed. Half of all black people in America are unemployed. Biden has said, quote, nothing will fundamentally change. And we're supposed to vote for that? Get the fuck out of here. And fuck you if you think that Biden is the answer. Because it shows your ignorance and it shows fear. You can't do nothing from fear. Nothing comes from fear. Nothing. And those that are voting for Biden will admit it's all about fear. They know Biden ain't gonna give them shit, but I'm just scared. That's all they're saying. And that makes you weak, and ignorant about the facts. Because it was neoliberal policies that created Trump. Why did white people that voted for a nigga 2 times, a nigga named not Tyrone or Jamal that they may have heard of, the nigga's name was Barack Hussein Obama. Sounds like a motherfucking Muslim name. The white people that voted for a nigga named Hussein Obama twice and then voted for Trump, you cannot call those people racist. You cannot. Biden, it was Obama's policies that got Trump. What would you think a country that elected a black man after he served his 8 years would be so desperate to go for a motherfucking known white supremacist? Because people are desperate. 80% of the country lives check to check. They went out for Obama because they were like, okay, it's a black man. He got to be on some MLK type shit. Cancel student debt. Raise the minimum wage. And no, he did the opposite. When we found out that the banks were defrauding people, what did Obama do? Obama gave the banks that were defrauding people, gave them the houses and gave them bonuses and put 5.1 million motherfucking families out on the street. I know some of them. So if you hate Trump, you need to dig a little bit deeper, because that says something about you. It says something about your intellect, something about your awareness. And so, I'm sorry. I'm not voting for Biden. In fact, I hope Biden lose. I hope Biden lose, because I'd rather go through a little bit more hell in 4 more years with Trump. The guy's ignorant. He can't get shit done. He can't get shit done. The guy is ignorant. So I prefer 4 more years of Trump, although I'm not voting for Trump. I'd rather have 4 more years of Trump and then when a black woman, Nina Turner, in the People's Party, who says she's going to be running, and run a real black woman, not this fake ass, a black woman, Kamala, who is one of the worst motherfuckers ever. Was laughing about how she was locking up niggas about smoking weed and went on the Breakfast Club laughing about how she used to smoke weed and lying about how she was listening to Tupac and some other person when these people didn't even have music out yet. Lying ass bitch. So no, I hope Trump beat his, I hate Trump. I mean, I don't hate Trump. I don't want to hate any human. I dislike Trump and I dislike Biden. But I dislike Biden more because he's the real one that's going to do damage to your life. He's the real one. He's the real one. Both of them are horrible, true enough. But in my calculation, from what I done seen, you got to fight Democrats harder than you have to fight Republicans. Republicans know they're on the wrong side. Republicans know we need to cheat to get votes because goddamn, if all American voters voted, there would never be another Republican elected again. Never. They know that. They've said it. They said it. The Democrats know that too. The Democrats stop people from voting too, especially black people. Ask people up in Baltimore. So I hope one of the racists beat. I hope the white supremacists beat the segregation because Trump, I mean, he's horrible. Black people been dealing with white supremacy forever. So I'm not scared of Trump. It's white liberals that are afraid of Trump because he makes them uncomfortable because some of these white liberals, these elite white liberals still harbor anti-blackness. They still harbor anti-black stuff. They do. That's real. I love all people. I don't see race. Race doesn't exist. We are only one human race. Your pale brothers and sisters went further from the equator and they didn't need the sun, they didn't need that pigment, that melanin, and they got lighter over the thousands of years. That's what happened. And so it's the white liberals and they're packed in on anti-blackness that makes them so afraid of Trump because it tickles what they feel partly deep inside. And so they want to reject that. But I'm very familiar with racist people like Trump. Trump is funny to a certain degree. He's so ignorant, it's funny. Calling Elizabeth Warren. And some of the stuff, the Democrats are so horrible. A man that lies all the time. You should be able to beat this guy. But when Trump speaks, the Democrats are so horrible, they give this man credibility. So when Trump says, oh, they goddamn Pocahontas, Elizabeth Warren, I laugh. I do. Because it has every good joke has a little bit piece of truth to make it, to make it digestible. And why does Trump call Elizabeth Warren Pocahontas? Because this white bitch went for years saying she was Native American, and Joe Rogan is more of a black man than she is Native American. Now, I mean, so it's right for him to call her Pocahontas because the story we got for Pocahontas was the fake version, and this white woman claiming to be Native American. That's Pocahontas because she's the fake version. Pocahontas was a fake whole story made up. That little girl wasn't in love with John. And so it makes sense for him to call her Pocahontas, the fake version. And so, I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna sugarcoat any. I can't sugarcoat. We're not in a time where things need to be sugarcoated. The truth, must be said. And I'm sorry. You need to be educated. You're not, especially if you're black. If you're black, you need to be educated on politics because we always, the saying is when white people catch a cold economically, black people catch the motherfucking flu. And that's so true. So black people, you need to be more educated than anybody. Because voting for your oppression is what people that are enslaved do. Your mind is enslaved. And I love church people, church-going people. I think most have good intentions. They want to know truth. They want to be closer to something that they can consider a God. Most people, but religion and Christianity, you know, all the religions, but I focus on Christianity because that's the dominant thing here in America. That stuff is poison. Now, if you're into spirituality and you like reading religious texts, I like reading some religious texts. But the original version of those original texts, the original books, and all the books, not just the white man books that, you know, we want to make sure black people think this way, so we're going to leave out these books. No. All the motherfucking books you know, because that's what the Bible is. It's a collection of books. And so, you know, religion plays a part in the oppression of people, you know, and I just think we got to get past that. I know it's hard. It was very difficult for me to leave a religion and customs that my family still participate in. My family still believe in Jesus and stuff like that. And so it's hard to not, you know, share that with the rest of your family. But when you know that it's bullshit, if I see my family member eating some shit or some spoiled food, we family, but I can't partake in that. I'm gonna try to encourage you to get something a little bit more healthier. Now I'm not gonna knock it out your hand because, you know, I don't want to start no fight. But I'm gonna inform you at all times. I can't participate in the ignorance. I can't do it. I almost died from having you can die from having the wrong belief system. As a gay black man growing up, realizing, okay, I'm black, realizing, I'm homosexual, realizing, you know, certain ideologies aren't healthy for you. When I held the Christian ideology, and I also believed it, which is why I was suicidal, it wasn't healthy for me. It led me to think about taking my own life because of what some white men created and told me how we're supposed to think. From an ideology, from a belief system, I was suicidal. And so, no, I can't. Certain ideologies aren't healthy for you. And that Christian ideology was riddled with lies, riddled with inconsistencies, riddled with contradictions. And I just had to let it go. I could prove that this stuff was bullshit. And so why hold on to it? But the Clintons created Trump. They put Trump in office. They don't hate Trump. They don't hate Trump. They don't hate him. They hate his tweets. They hate the fact that he shows his racism, his bigotry. They hate that he show it, not that he is racist and that his policies are racist or anti-working class. They just hate that he makes it obvious. The reason they say Trump don't act presidential is because he shows the bullshit. Trump say, hey, you know what? We don't went to another country and we chose a city that got the oil, and we leaving our military, we leaving the soldiers over there to, it's basically saying, imagine people from Iraq knew under Atlanta there was some oil, and they sent their soldiers to guard that area. That's what Trump just did. Do you think there's going to be fighting? Yes. You think they're going to shoot your ass? You think if Iraq came over here, we're not going to be shooting at other niggas with guns trying to take what's ours? Yes. So, okay, hold on. Billy said he want to come in. We need to be educated because black people just can't afford to be ignorant. Nobody can, but in particular, black people, because we get it the worst. I just added you in, Billy Waynes, because we really do need to have these conversations. We really, 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 really do. Come on in. I just approved you to be added. You gotta accept it. Like, we really need these conversations. Come on in, Billy Wayne, if you're still on here. No answer. Try to request it again. Because I'm adding it. Approve. You gotta do it again. Try doing it again. I don't know why it's not letting you in. But I don't know. You kind of try requesting it again. I seen the request, but but it's not letting me in. It's not letting. I mean, I pressed approve. You might maybe try to go out and go back in. But I mean, we really. I mean, if you knew that Obama, 90% of the time when he was, let's say, you know, people will say, you know, Obama, you say the fact is that Obama was, you know, killing civilians 90% of the time when he were overseas. And civilians, if you don't know, civilians are the people that don't know anything about military, and they're just over there living in their country. They don't know anything about public policy. They're just, you know, living. I added you again. It's still saying no answer from guest. I mean, it's not even letting me do it. I'm keep pressing approve, and it's not even letting me do it. I don't know. But 90% of the time, this black president was killing other people of color. You know, innocent people, babies, children, school buses, schools, weddings. I mean, if you knew the facts, there's no way you would be advocating for either one of these people. Ain't no lesser evil. These lesser evils lead to greater evils. They lead to greater evils. Obama was a lesser evil, and it led to Trump. His 8 years of policies led to Trump. And so, I mean, Mark Zuckerberg tripping. That's probably. But, I mean, I'm sorry. I know this stuff is not easy to hear, but the truth is always appetizing for me. And that's all I have to say. I'm going to try to, I mean, Billy Wings want to come in. We can do that, but I don't, I mean, it's not even letting me add. It's saying no answer from live video guest. And so we can try to come back on, but that's what I had to say. Maybe we'll have a second video with some feedback. Peace.